Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting Minecraft Let's Play episode. I am Tyken, as always, and today we'll be doing something a little bit special. I am going to be working on my secret base, sort of. I still have a lot of planning to do for my secret base, considering I have lots and lots of things I need to do for it. It's going to be a massive endeavor, probably one of the biggest things I've ever done in Minecraft. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Today, I'm going to be working on my office. I need to do a couple of things. First of all, I need to make the secret button for the chair, so I can get to the secret base. I need to do the window, and I need to do the doors, so it's all hidden and everything. I warn you that this is going to contain a lot of redstone. And I know you guys hate redstone, but hey, you might learn something. Plus, all of this stuff that I'm doing is really simple, and you all should be able to replicate it fairly easily. However, I'm going to be using, let's see, what's the word? I can never remember the name when I need to. T-flip-flop, that's what it is. That piston thing that I use in a lot of my inventions. I know I use a T-flip-flop a lot, but it really is a really good invention for getting a lot of redstone stuff to work the way you want it to. Plus, I like using buttons instead of switches. Plus, it allows you to have multiple inputs. Like, instead of having... Like, if I use switches, I could only use one switch because I could only turn it on or off. So it would get kind of wonky sometimes. Okay, here we go. We need to clear this out, and this right here. Hopefully there should be more than enough room. Hopefully. Okay, let's see. When I put the torch down, it's going to go exactly where this one is. So we'll put the torch here, so we know what we're dealing with. Just put another one here for light. Let's see. It's going to be directly over this. So we're going to need to make it come up and go directly over it by one. So it's going to be over that cobblestone. Let's go ahead and place some down so we can get up there. And my pick should be breaking soon, which means more of that loud clanky noises that I kind of like, actually. It's starting to grow on me. Okay, should be right on top of here. But I can't have it on top of here because I think it will make the redstone glitch out. The torch, I mean. What? Why is it doing that? Oh, it's because the piston's there. I don't think I want it to do it exactly like that. But, okay, let's see if this glitches it out. Yeah, that glitches it out. Okay, so we're going to have to come around like so. Okay, that broke. Here we go. At least we'll get mining a little bit faster. Ooh, can't have that break. Okay, so we'll have it go over, come down like so. And we're going to have a T flip-flop over here somewhere. Let's get this built first. Okay, have this come around and down. The T flip-flop should probably be right about here. So let's build this like... Actually, let's have it come down one. And we could just have it come across like here. And then we put redstone torch on either side. You all should pretty much know how to make a T flip-flop by now, since I've done so many videos showing kind of how to do it. Piston here, but I don't think that should be getting power like so. Well, wait a second. Let me try something, because that shouldn't be getting power like that. I at least don't think so. Let me try... Actually, let me just try seeing if this works to begin with. So we put this here. We break this off and it should switch. Okay, we put this back, take it off, and it switches. Okay, it works. Doesn't matter. Okay, next we need a button, which I forgot to get. I always forget essential things. Actually, I'm going to need a total of 3 buttons, which I either should have or have the materials to make, so it shouldn't be a problem. Ah, Oh, it's a lever. Never used levers. Okay, got some smooth stone. If I can remember how to make a button now. Nope, that's a pressure plate. That's a button. Okay. We're going to be needing 3. And we can just go put these back. No, come here. And we'll put these here for now. Okay, we're going to need a total of 3 buttons, and I'll explain everything once we get there. I'll go ahead and place them all so they're not sitting in my inventory. There's my faithful puppies always sitting there, barking at me for attention. Yeah, you're a good boy, and you're a good girl. I still haven't names for you, which is kind of embarrassing, because I've had those dogs for a while now. A couple of months, actually, and I still haven't named them. Okay, put a button here, so we can close the door from the inside once we're in here. Put a button here, so we can close the window, and then we're going to have a hidden button, so we'll have a hidden button behind this pillar. Right there. Okay. That should be that. Let's go ahead, get our cobblestone, and get back to work. First of all, we're going to have the pistons wired. The pistons should be right about here. Let's go ahead and get some stairs so we can go up this thing. And pistons should be like right here. Ah, there they are. I think I'm going to have them come up like this to make them work right. I'll go ahead and put that so it doesn't affect the door. Because when I built this in practice tests, every time I used it, the door would flicker on and off, and that got really annoying really quick. May actually bring it over just one more, simply because of I'm going to have this button. This button's going to have to connect to this one. The button should be right on the other side of this, so we're going to have this connecting to the T flip-flop so they can both activate it. Now we're going to have this come over like so. Oops, and then one on the side, and one down. Coming across here. Okay, we're gonna have to move this actually. Okay, trying to think. I need to put torch down here, so it's an on and off switch. Then I'm gonna need to go down here and connect these pistons. Piston should be right here, actually. Yeah, just what I thought. I'm going to have to use a repeater here, since I'm not going to be able to use any tricky wiring for this. Okay, so we put some redstone here, along like so, and then we can just connect it. Well, actually, there we go. Have it come like so, and then have it come up here and go across here. Okay, so they're both connected to both pistons, or at least they should be. Let's go ahead and test to see if they work by putting a redstone torch right here. And okay, it closed. You can't see it anymore, but it's still affecting the door for some reason. I think I need to raise this up one more, because that's going to get annoying. Okay, let's see. Well, first, I guess we can go ahead and fill this in, since we don't need this empty space, and we don't want monsters spawning down here. So we can cover this up a bit. Plus, it looks kind of better. We'll raise this up by 1. Hopefully that should work out to my advantage. And move you there. And we'll put one more piece of redstone to match it up here. Okay, both of them work. We just need to wire this switch and that switch together. I know this all looks really, really confusing. Trust me, it's just putting the wires where they need to go. Let me go ahead and explain this real quick for those that don't understand it. When you put the redstone torch right here on this block, right here, let me show you. Put it here. What it does is it sends power to the block directly above it. You have redstone on here. The redstone comes down here and activates this T flip-flop. On the other side, they have a button right here on this side, so when you activate it, the redstone behind it activates, and they both basically connect to the same thing, the T flip-flop. The T flip-flop, basically, when it's a lever. Whenever it gets power, it switches on or switches off. When the T flip-flop switches on and off, of course, it just activates the pistons, turning them on or off. Basically, what you do here, in order to get in or out, you just put a redstone torch here, knock it off. Well, that's not supposed to do that. You put it here. Wait, where is it supposed to be going? I think it's there. Yeah, you put it here, go inside, you knock it off. That door shouldn't be closing like that. I'm going to have to look at the wiring, but either way, then on the inside, when you press the button, it opens or closes. But that door's not supposed to do that, but it doesn't matter. Either way, the cool thing is, let's go ahead and put a torch inside real quick so we don't get any monsters spawning in here. And then we're going to go ahead and block this off correctly. And then we'll put a redstone torch here for demonstration, close it off, and bam! You don't even know there's a door behind there. Let me look at this real quick, though, because that door should not be getting a signal. Where is the door? I think it's... the door's behind that. So I'm really not sure why it's getting any signal at all. May just be a glitch, to be honest. So we'll just, I really don't know. It's kind of bugging me now that I think about it. Let's see. Where does this go? That goes to the piston. That goes to the piston. Let me go ahead and put a block here for now. That shouldn't be getting any power there, because the door should be like down here. Yeah, the doors are down here, so this wiring shouldn't be affected at all. Again, this not important whatsoever, considering it's just making the door open and close. But still bugging me, and if it bugs you, then hopefully I'm helping you fix this little problem. Okay, we'll just leave it as it is for now, right there. Let's see, maybe the problem's down here, since this could also be affecting the doors. I think I'll just get rid of this stone, just in case that's causing it to get power. Let's try that one more time, maybe just a little problem there. We can close this off now, again. Let's try this once more. Activate. Still doing the door thing, and I have no idea why it's activating or deactivating. Really, no power is going to this door whatsoever, but again, doesn't matter whatsoever. I can fix it later, tell you guys what the problem was. Okay, we've got that done. It's really cool because you can, close it once you're inside, and you're damn you, door! And you're completely hidden. Then, let's see, what else? We need to do the window, because, you want to be able to look out, but you don't want people to look at you if you're hiding. So, fortunately, we're going to have to get behind here and get rid of all this stuff. Speaking of which, a little thing I want to mention, because I almost forgot, is right now I'm planning a charity event, because, it's the season for giving, and growing up, one of my biggest things that I wanted to do with my life was I wanted to make the world a better place. And I figure with my channel and everything going good, I can actually use my channel and popularity to, raise money for charity. So right now I'm planning an event of sorts for Minecraft, going to host a little server, do a little event, and try to raise money for Child's Play. It's an international group that basically gives video games to children in hospitals. It's kind of like Toys for Tots, only video games, which are so much better. So I'll be doing that. The cool thing is I've been trying to get other Minecrafters in the community to be a part of it as well. Already I have Basher, the creator of Legend of Hobo, which is a really nice guy. I have Doc M interested. I think he'll be interested in helping out as well. I have... who else? Chimney Swift. Not sure if you know about him, but he's a machinima director. Then I have, I think Bebop Vox is interested as well. I have to get in contact with him again, but pretty much all of them really interested in helping with charity event. Like I said, 'tis the seasons to, give to the unfortunate and such. So, be raising money and helping people out, hopefully. Kind of wanted to mention that we're going to be, like I said, holding a server thing. All of us will be there, probably live streaming as well, so you all can watch us. I might try to record it too, just so anybody that doesn't catch the live stream can also watch it. Although it's going to be really big and a lot of footage, obviously. We're going to be trying to do it like all day, kind of like an endurance thing, and maybe even 2 days, depending on how well it does. But like I said, all for charity. Hopefully we can help some unfortunate people and have a lot of fun while doing it too. So I'm also, like I said, going to be trying to contact and get in touch with other popular Minecrafters. I'll see if Minecraft Chick is interested. I know she's really busy, so I'm not sure if she'll be able to, but it doesn't hurt to ask regardless. Okay, let's see. Right now, all I'm pretty much doing is wiring the pistons. Nothing really important that I need to explain, so I figured I would talk a bit for you guys while I did this. Now I'm going to have to build one of my favorite inventions again, the T flip-flop. That's right, boys and girls. Okay, let's go ahead and block this off a bit. No pun intended. Well, maybe a little bit of pun, because everyone needs a little bit of pun once in a while. It's like oxygen for people with a bad sense of humor. God, I hate gravel. It needs to go away. I should make a mod that just gets rid of gravel completely, replaces it with something awesome, like gold. Okay, fill this up because I hate holes in my ceiling. Then I'm going to need to build a T flip-flop right about here. I think right about here would do... I need... one... no. I think I'm going to need to move it over so it can hit both. So I'm going to have to move this over one, so hopefully I can have room. Okay, piston here, blocks across the top, as always. Redstone, block in middle, redstone torch, excuse me, redstone wiring. Then I'm going to need an old priest, a young priest, and a priest. Okay, that was another attempt at a horrible joke. Please ignore me when I get like that. Oh crap! No, can't have that. Block here, so the redstone doesn't wig out like that. Connect it to the button. Sounds like it's raining again. Let's get some light up in here, just so we can see better. We're gonna have to dig away all this freaking gravel again. I swear, should have brought a shovel. Actually, I have enough wood. No, I don't think I do. To make a shovel and a workbench, but sadly I don't think I do. Okay. Redstone would loop around down here. Let's see, redstone would go to here, but we'd use a repeater here, so it doesn't, the wire doesn't cross each other. We're going to have a repeater here, so the signal goes through the block, and we're just going to have redstone here. The repeater on the other side would be able to pick it up. You could put a repeater there if you wanted to, but it would just be wasting. So, okay. Basically what this does is when you Well, let me explain how it works. When you press the button, the bottom pistons will push these up, and it's two, so it would block this off. And then when you activate the top one, it pushes these down and then pulls these back up. These are regular pistons. These are sticky pistons, and it would push these down, then pull back up, and reveal the window. I'll demonstrate in just a second. Basically, same thing T flip-flop always does. When you send a signal through here, instead of making it permanent on and off, it would send a flash through both of these, but the signal would only go through whatever one the block has, so it would take turns turning one on, then the other one on, every time you press the button. So let's go ahead and block this off, again. Again, no pun intended, except maybe just a little bit for fun. Let's go ahead and activate this and hope it works. Okay, it just turned on, so you can see the window. Now we turn it off, and it's closed. And you turn it on, then off. Okay, let me demonstrate. Open the door, and then we'll close the door from the outside. Okay. As you can see, this is kind of what I talked about before. When you come down here, it's a completely blank wall. I mean, you wouldn't know to look for anything if you didn't know to begin with. And then you come down here and you're like, oh, a secret room with hidden buttons, code panel, and everything. How do I get in here? You focus on this room more than anything, plus it looks, you know, secret, like, oh, it's dark, it's an altar, it's secret, and it's cool, and you're not even thinking to look for this secret room, which is right here. It doesn't even have a secret button. Although, I thought I had a button here. Maybe I forgot to add it, but I meant to. Basically, I'm not sure if I did, and I just screwed it up, but I had a button that would close the fireplace from the inside, and open it, of course. That way, if anybody came into your house, they wouldn't know this was here, and even if they knew the button was there, they wouldn't be able to, you know, find this place, because you would come in here, you close this off, naturally, once you open it secretly, and then you're in your own hidden office with nobody able to bother you. I'm thinking about adding a switch inside that allows you to, quite honestly, I could just add a switch here, and if I kept the power on, then, or I could just replace the button with a switch. Basically what that would do is if anybody tried to come in from the outside, they could put the torch exactly there, but it wouldn't activate it because the power would still be on. And the moment you turn it off, of course, the doors would open. So I could put a locking mechanism on there. I just thought about. So literally nobody would be able to come in if you're in here first, which is kind of like a safe room, but also just like leave me the fuck alone kind of room. So yeah, there's that. And of course the kick-ass window where you can open it out. So you, the reason I wanted to add a window is simple because I didn't want to feel like you were enclosed or trapped in this little square box. So I gave a little window you could look out of. I think I forgot to put glass. But also it allowed you to see if anybody was coming in to your secret thing. I could also add another button somewhere that would trap them in here or something, or in there, or kill them or something. That would be really fun as well. But that's another project for another time. I think this was wood here, and then I'll just put stone since there's a painting here. I don't think it will matter. Yeah, let's just put a painting back up. Hopefully we get something good on the first try. Not what I was hoping for. Let's try once more with a big painting. Perfect. Just what I was hoping for. Big, beautiful scenery with some flowers. Really brightens up the room. I sound like some kind of decor commercial thing. Okay. So far, we've added some really, really badass things to this little office, and it's all really simple to do. I know a lot of you out there really don't understand Redstone, but again, this is really simple. All it is really connecting wires to pistons, which is pretty much just... It's like building a path with blocks. You just, you know, go from point A to point B. Then the flip-flop is honestly the hardest thing, and even then, I've done it and explained it so many times that it should be relatively easy to do. Okay, again, we're going to be using a redstone torch trick. Simply, I consider it kind of like a red key card, because you need one to get into just about everywhere that's truly secret. So you come into here. This one is going to, of course, come up and give power to this block right here. So we're going to put redstone on top of here. Then, let's see, I think we're going to have to invert it, so we'll put a redstone torch there. Then, of course, what we're going to want to do is put a sticky piston right here, just so we can have it hold the log to hide this. So, okay, now what we need to do is loop this around to make sure it gets power. So block this, ooh, too dark. I think we're close to the outside because I can really hear that rain beating down now. Okay, next we're going to put another block here, and okay, we're going to have, well, we can fill this up, I think. We're going to have redstone coming here, coming up to here, and put this torch back up. We'll put it right there because we don't want that blocked off, and gives us just the right amount of light. Basically, comes on, turns this redstone torch on or off, and then the redstone torch activates this piston. So now we can just get out of here, like so. At least hopefully so. Plus hopefully that will keep out monsters. Again, hopefully. I think I'm saying hopefully a lot this episode. I have really bad verbal habits, so please pardon me. Okay. Now we put the green wool back. And pop that off. Perfect. And then pop it back on. And it comes open. Okay, basically, how this is going to work is you put this here. It opens this little hidden panel. And then you stand on the chair, because you have to stand on the chair for it to work, obviously. You press this button, which you should be able to have just enough range to do, I think. Depending. I've tested it before, and it does work. I think I'm just not at the right angle or something. Yeah. Should work. I hope. I really hope. If not, I'm going to have to redesign all this. Anyway, basically what this does is this cloth drops out, piston pulls it back, and you fall down a tube. Did not mean to do that, but that's kind of interesting how it looks like that. So let's go ahead and wire this real quick so we can show you how this works. Good, get rid of this, because naturally we're going to have to get back here again. I could just go back through that entrance, but I really don't feel like going all the way through that. Okay, we're going to loop around here, because we need to get down here with the button. Make a little... we need to put some torches up first. We're going to have a little staircase thing going down here. Trying to figure out how this is going to work proper. Well, naturally, we're going to have this here, because it's going to have to cover that up. That's going to have to be covered. And then I don't think it matters over here, so we can cover this back up. I think it's going to be redstone here. And then it's going to staircase down to where I need it to go. Which should be, like, right here. So we want to have exactly one layer directly under the planks. Not the planks, the half slabs. One time I forget to bring a shovel, and I keep digging it with my pickaxe, thinking it will go faster for some reason. Okay, there's the red wool. We found the red wool. That's very important. Important for this. Okay, now what we're gonna have to do is this is gonna require 3 sticky pistons. One here, one here. Scratch that. It's gonna have to be back one because naturally it has to pull backwards, not push. So one here and one here. We're gonna have this wiring come down like so. But we're gonna have it facing this way because it's it's gonna have to be coming this way a bit. And we're gonna have to put a torch back up. Torch. Good enough for now. We'll go ahead and get rid of this just for now. We're gonna have to put a sticky piston right there. And then we can use this red cloth to get back up. Okay, we're back down here now. This is where it's going to get a little trickier. This is really interesting how it works, because most of the time to make redstone go off in the order that you want it to, you have to use the pulse generator, and that's always bulky. The way this works is really interesting, and I'll show you in a moment. First we need to put 2 blocks there, because that's what's going to have to be here. Then we're going to have to put a block, well, 2 blocks here for the hell of it. Have this wiring come down across here. And you're going to point it right here. Then you're going to put a repeater right in front of that block. No ticks or anything, just a repeater. Then on the other side, of course, have wire come up here, and then you're going to put 1 repeater here. Let me show you what happens when you apply power. Well, actually, I'm going to have power applied anyway, because it's going to have to be naturally on. Okay, so as you can see, the power for that one is on. Basically, when you turn it off, this one goes off first, and then this pulls it down, and then these 2 pull it back. I'm just going to have to show an example. But I think I'm going to have to put a tick on this one, simply because it won't pull back if you don't. So let's test this once more. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so no tick on this one, and then a single tick on this one, just to make sure it pulls back in time. Then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to fill all this in. Make sure not to block your wiring, because you don't want it to block right there. You're going to be falling down a tube right here to get to the secret entrance, so we're going to naturally have to block this off so you don't see the wiring when you fall. And then we're just going to fill all this in, because we don't want it to look like crap. And we don't want monsters to spawn in here either, so there's that as well. Go ahead and block all this in. Go ahead and put a torch down here to prevent monsters. And then we'll go ahead and put a redstone torch here. And then we can just finish the rest by covering this up. All really quick, really simple wiring and such. So none of you should have problems with this, and if you do, just ask. Really simple fixes generally. Generally when you mess with redstone and there's a problem, it's normally just a really simple problem or something you did or didn't do. And there you go. Now we have our hidden door switch where you can turn it on and off. And then you have your, then you have your hidden window that you can turn on and off directly from your desk. Which I think is really badass how it works. If the demand is popular enough, I can show you all how to do each separate one of these in a separate tutorial in a big open area where you can see all the wiring, as well as I would also give a download to the world. So if the demand is popular enough, I'll do little tutorials for this. But then you also have the little secret button here, which if I activate this, I'm not sure I'll be able to get out. So I'll just stand here and activate it. You activate it, and as you can see, it pulls down and drops you directly through the tunnel. It's going to be really cool once I have it done. Like I said, this is going to be a major endeavor on my part, so it's going to take time to do. Plus, I still have to plan my laboratory out. I'm going to make it really big, spectacular. Why do you keep closing? There we go. I'll just okay. Close this back so you don't know it's there. And then, of course, we're going to have to close this back. I'm also still trying to figure out where I want to put everything, because naturally I'm trying to find a good spot for my secret base. Like, I kind of want to have my laboratory close, just because I don't want to have to waste tons of materials getting there. Let me turn off this rain, because it sounds like static during recording. I apologize if you guys get mad for me doing that, but it's not really a big deal in my opinion. It's not like I'm, using it to cheat for any kind of advantage, just for video purposes. Um, so anyway, for my laboratory, I don't think I want to have it directly under my base, simply because, if anybody digs enough, they'll find it. Although I do have to admit that this would be a great location simply because it has a lot of mountains I can build stuff into, all secretly and stuff. However, I was thinking of doing it off-site simply because, when you think of a massive thing, I was thinking like if any of you have seen Resident Evil, like they have. My idea behind it is like the house they have, and then you go down that elevator, and then there's a long tunnel going down by tram or train. Oh, come on! I just turned it off. Uh, okay. You have that long tram or train thing going down this long tunnel to the secret laboratory that's actually under the city. Um, which is really interesting concept, and that's what I think of when I think of a professionally secret, secure base. However, or you could even do Half-Life, where you're at the entrance and then you're on the tram ride in, which you go really deep into the mountains and stuff, and then you finally get to it or anything. However, I could also do it like Dexter's Lab, where his lab is basically under or behind his house or something, or like Mad Dark, where he has that tiny little house and then that huge, massive laboratory behind it, which is kind of funny. So I'm still debating what I want to do with my secret lab. I already have ideas and designs and lots of cool stuff I really want to add to it. However, like I said, it's all a matter of planning on how to do it and where to do it to pull it off perfectly. But that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all attend the fundraiser, and I'll see you guys next time.